Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My voice should be booming, loud, and clear. I want to follow up on the dilution discussions that I've been putting out recently. I went to the most recent 10K, and guess what? Today we're not even going to look at a chart. There's no chart. Look down here. You don't see Street Smart Edge or Trading View or Webull, nothing. There's no charts today. Probably the first time ever where I show you something other than a chart. We are going back to 2020, May 4th specifically, and we're going to go down from there up until now. We're going to look at all the dilution that has happened since the start of the new decade. So let's get along here. Just look at all these transactions. Conversion. Shares issued on the rightmost hand side. You'll see the amount of dilution back then, very little, 71,000, 73,000, 200,000. We keep it in the six figures so far in 2020. Then as we go along here, we did get 1 million here and another million here and almost 2 million here in shares issued. No big deal, a couple million here and there for 2020. And then as we move along here, as the year progresses, you'll notice in June, we start getting 2 million. 2 million, 4 million, 2 million, 3 million, 3 million, 2 million, 2 million, 3 million. It increases. In the second half of 2020, we see a huge jump in shares issued into the we went into the millions now. And it just keeps increasing. 5 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million on June 16th? June 17th, my bad. June 17th, we got a nice 10 million issues shared. And that's just 2020 alone. I can continue here. You'll notice it jumped to 17 million, 15 million, 20, 30, 40, 50. I mean, it just keeps going here. This is just 2020 alone. And then we continue down. And let's go to 2021 and see what is going on. Shares issued 156 million. March 3rd, 2021, huge number, 182 million. June 3rd, 2021. Let's continue here. Number of shares outstanding as of February 28, 2022, 4,733,110,360. I know some of you have told me you should look a little deeper into those 10Ks, so that's why I'm doing this. I was looking through it as I was in the bathroom taking a number two, and I was like, you know what? There's some good info here. Let's go through this data. And 100 million, that's going to add to the outstanding shares there. You'll notice 2022, the amount of shares issued started to trend downward. We 33 million, 23, 28, 26, 22, 16, 23, 20, 18, 14 million, 12 million, 17 million, 17 million. So not that much dilution in 2022 relative to the previous years that I showed you. We were getting like 100 million, 3,000, who knows, 300,000, 30 million, 66 million. Towards the end of the year, we started getting some big numbers here. 66 million, 60 million, 90 million shares issued, and the number of shares outstanding by February 28, 2023 increased to 5,836,641,599. Okay, so just this is some good data here. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm sorry, I apologize, guys. I don't always look at anything really beyond the technicals. I've always been a technical guy, right, by the bottom. But I'm going beyond that now, and I've been doing my research and watching some accounting videos more than anything. So I'm going to start looking more into different... Not articles, not articles. That's not what I'm looking for. Different data that I can actually understand now because I watched some accounting videos. I just watched an accounting 101 and I'm like, oh wow, that's what that means. Okay, now I can go beyond just pointing at liabilities and assets. Anyways, 2023, 29 million, 27, 25, 2032, 2019, 16, 19, 22, 39. We're getting dilution now. Shares issued is staying above 20 million on average for 2023. 110 million here, 141 million here. Common stock issued pursuant to share purchase agreement at 85% VWAP over previous 10-day period. 008, gross proceeds of 1.129 million. And yeah, so that's 141 million shares issued. And it stayed high on the second. I don't know what it is, but the second half of every year, it seems like we get a huge increase. 110, 141, 77 million, 112 million, 121 million, 172 million, 168, 120, 110 million. That in the final July, August, September, October. In the second half, we got half a, yeah, that's a little over $500 million in dilution. This is 2023, by the way. And it just gets worse. Like the second half of every year just tends to be worse in terms of dilution. So it's possible that for the rest of this year, based on previous data that we're looking at right now, we could see massive dilution continue going into the end of the year, and then it slows down at the beginning of the year, as I just showed you, and then kind of that cycle repeats where they still dilute, but just the dilution seems to be a lot more heavy in the second half, and maybe that's because they ramp it up in the second half. That might be why. Anyways, let's continue here. October, November, December, and we'll stop at January 16, 2024. But yeah, 125 million, 133, 185, 381 million shares issued. When was this? That is insane. December 13, they diluted almost $500 million. Almost, not quite. I mean, if you round up 120,000. Gross proceeds 1 million. And they issued it at what, 002? So they diluted that much for $1 million, almost $1 million, after issuance costs. And then from there, it doesn't stop, my friends. 16 days later, they diluted another 258 million. So they diluted towards the end of the years when you get massive amounts of dilution. So again, I'm just looking at patterns here. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, and this is why this has been a concern. I'm like, man, if they start issuing shares in the millions like this, hundreds of millions, if that becomes the normal, the stock is it's gonna be very difficult for it to make any kind of move to the upside, even on a catalyst, as I've been talking about recently. So I just wanted to show you the data though, from the 10K. This is in the 10K. You can check it out yourself. I'm not, BSing. Yeah, I'm not making this up. I'm showing you the numbers here. I'm glad I looked at this. I'm going to do this with ILIS and a bunch of other stocks as well. And that's on me. I really should keep track of more than just, hey, here, buy here, right? That's on me. January 16, 2024. Issues shared 312 million. February 1st, so about 15 days later, 276 million. Another 15 days later, February 16, almost 300 million. And that's where the data stops. So we won't really know how much more they've been diluting up until August. It's August. Can you believe that? This is what I was saying. If this continues to ramp up year over year, we're going to see this become, that's insane, guys. Think about that. He diluted. You do the math here for February 1st, February 16, 2024, respectively. If you add those two numbers up here, that's close to 600 million in a span of 15 days in shares issued. That is quite a bit. You know what? I'm surprised we even had a big run to this year with how much they're diluting. So maybe that dilution stopped at some point. But either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I just showed you right now is how much dilution has increased quarter over quarter, year over year, and it gets heavier towards the butt end of the year. I don't know why I said butt end, but yeah. You look back at 2020 and the dilution seems tame by comparison. 1,600,000, 1 million, 1 million, 3 million, 3 million. If anything, all of these were conversions, not that I notice it. But the issuance here, when they started issuing, it was 19 million, 50 million, 49 million. This is 2021, by the way. 50 million, 95 million. We were kind of just keeping it under 100 million. But as time has gone by, it just massive increases in dilution. And there you go, guys. That is the data that I have been, wanting to go over. I'm excited either way for the opportunity to buy at 002s. If it does come down there, I will add and I will hold. I would give this stock a hold rating. Just buy it and hold it. Hold it. We'll get another run, but it is something to keep an eye on. Next year, when we get that dilution update, we'll be able to see how much more they've been diluting these past couple. Because right now, a lot of people in the Aitx Discord have been saying, "Oh man, there must be so much dilution going on if the stock just keeps falling." It is possible that he's diluting hundreds of millions every month. I just showed you. And that's, like I mentioned previously, that is going to suppress the share price. Before I let you go, I'm going to take one quick look at the most recent 10Q. Do you guys know if the 10Q contains how much they've diluted these past couple of, for that quarter at least? Let's see if I can find it real quick, because I do want to look at that, because I don't want to make another video going over there, over the same thing. So this is, okay, this was the most recent filing, I believe. And let's see if I can find those numbers. I'm not going to go into asset liabilities or shareholders' equity or deficit in this case. Cost of goods sold, where is it? No, not that. I guess maybe they don't have it here. I'm looking to see if they show how much they've diluted. Oh no, these are promissory notes. Promissory notes. Purchase agreement in March 8th, 2024. It's not what I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for, I guess maybe we don't, if anyone knows where I could find the number of shares that have been issued for this quarter at least, the most recent one, let me know, because I'm looking through this and I thought I would find it real quick, but I'm not finding. I don't care about device rental activities. I want to know, yeah, I guess that's not included in this. We would have to wait till next year, till the next K, to find out how much they've been diluting. Is that what I'm getting here? Let me know in the comments below if there's if there's like an article or something that shows how much they diluted since February, because February 16 is the last time we got an update, and it usually shows up on the 10K. I don't know if it shows up on the Qs. Definitely would like to see how much they've been diluting the past couple of months. So I think they diluted heavy. In my opinion, I think they diluted heavy because the share price was so high, and you just get more bang for your buck. That's what I'm thinking. Because if they were diluting that much back then, I wouldn't blame them. But I would not blame them for diluting so much more at 008s versus 003s. So you make what you want of this information. Let me know what you think below. That is it for the video. It is the beginning of the month, so if you want to join the Patreon, the Discord, link in the description below. Today in the market, a lot of people were scared. A lot of people were tentative. Some people sat back and did not buy the dip. Meanwhile, your boy here let everyone know in the Discord, hey, I'm buying the dip on Riot and Nvidia. So we made money already on the flip on that, because we don't know where the market's going to head. It's been looking ugly. I'm not showing you any charts because I promised no charts, but I'm just going to tell you right now, pretend there's a chart here. Right now we're in a downtrend. Things are looking pretty ugly. We did get a big bounce today, but we don't know if if that big bounce is the start of the continuation of the bull run, or if we're just bouncing because it was just so oversold, and we're gonna get some more blood going into the rest of this week. So I think there's a lot of opportunity here. If you've been through a bear market, you know that it's an opportunity to add your favorite stocks nice and cheap. That's it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.